set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Tampa. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback,
looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
First and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Fournette once more on second down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a play fake here on first down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
They'll look to throw again. This is Miller, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 6-0 our score after one. Let's go. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, and of course, how open is he to learning, and of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field.
2nd and 13. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. They took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So they're able to begin that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with a point. Most quarterbacks would tell us ended with a kick, right? The PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So we stop for no gain, and that's going to bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up, we're looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man. It's London. Touchdown. Yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down.
Ready, set.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
How do you feel they stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs? They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Street. Got a man. It's London. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Street. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, Brand, if we can see that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. No such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Street. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He'll return it from the 6. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They're going to look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Patterson on the draw. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Street escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play. Bring up 3rd.
Man, I think he's just great for to get back to the line of scrimmage. And avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed out quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
60 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Algier is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll set up a throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Back now comes Tampa Bay. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While the medical...
Let's go now.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Second and 2. Off the bootleg. Street. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on third down. Street. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We are through three quarters here on NFL. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, Fournette. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
But no reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
First and goal at the 45.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw here. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Street. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
79 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side taken in by Miller. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw again. And Brate has it over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and you